Hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like with all the goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks?
Welcome to the Cam Shenanigans podcast,
You mean Shenanigans? Oh! You're talking about Shenanigans, right?
where Mike, Trent, and Zach, and a guest will debate all things automotive.
Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Make sure to check out Cam Automag on all the social medias at Cam Automag. And don't forget to support our sponsor, Hustle Energy. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cam Shenanigans. I am going to be your host tonight. I am Trent because Mike has other obligations, but over to my left, my right, something like that, is Zach. Zach, introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm Zach. I don't have a nickname anymore, which is weird. I'm used to being referred to as a nickname. I don't know. Yeah, I'm here. I'm Zach. Go check out my stuff on Instagram.
And then joining us once again, you're now 50%, I believe, of the shows, but yet you're still a guest, Mr. AJ Glassmacher. So, AJ, introduce yourself for the people that already know you.
AJ Glassmacher here, the solid second string bench warmer, shall we say. Yeah, I've been in quite a few episodes of the new show. And yeah, just hanging out, enjoying life, eating my ramen.
Yes, we caught a little bit of that ramen eating there at the beginning, which
Sorry.
no, don't be. I'm jealous. I haven't had dinner yet, so I did have a Reese's tree. You know, the little Christmas tree Reese's.
Those are tasty. Was it white chocolate or the regular?
It was regular. The white chocolate's being saved for the stockings. So
Good
yes.
deal.
But for all those that are watching, thank you for joining us here live on YouTube and on Facebook. And for those that are listening on audio, we really appreciate it. You can find us on all the audio formats: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, whatever they're doing nowadays.
Yeah, not play Google. I think it's just in YouTube.
Google. I think it's now Google Podcasts or something like that.
Maybe,
But yeah, we're everywhere. You can find us, and make sure to support those that support us. Namely Hustle Energy, and then also support the panel here on their social medias. Let me get rid of this Cam Shenanigans thing there. You can find Zach at Zach Lords 35mm, myself at Trent V Bray, and AJ is at just_another_drummer.
Good memory.
Yeah, we need to change that. Just needs to be at AJ. I'm sure that's available.
I really am just another drummer, though.
I haven't actually ever seen you drum, so.
Yeah.
Really? There's a video of it on my Facebook page. It's not great. It's the first time I drummed after like 5 years, but it's on there.
Well, good. Do you have a drum set up in your new place?
I don't have one yet. I haven't ever bought one because we were in the in and out of apartments.
Yeah.
And my parents sold the one that I had while I was living there because it was taking up space, and apparently I had to tell them that I still wanted it. So I'm working on getting another one.
Yeah, I can say that has happened before, where it's like, oh, you wanted that thing you use all the time?
Oh, you wanted that thing that you haven't touched in 4 years since you've been, in the military?
Yeah.
Well, you weren't using it, so we figured you didn't want it.
I'm sorry, I was serving our country. My apologies.
I got some ketchup I wanted to talk about.
You have ketchup, and then
I hate ketchup.
I have
hate
tomato.
ketchup. I don't even like tomatoes.
Yeah, me neither.
I did something really fun, and it's kind of like a pilgrimage for most car people. I made it out to the Salt Flats this weekend. and they weren't covered in water. Most of it was dry, and the entire speedway was dry. And so me and my friends with our 4 off-road rigs, Mitsubishi Delica, a Suburban, a Tacoma, and a GX 470, 460, I don't remember, lined up. I think we did the half mile, or maybe it was only the quarter mile. I don't know. They weren't marked very well. And we're doing like 75 at like 25 seconds. Like there's F-150s passing at like 150 on the other lane. And we're like, we're trying. Okay.
Yeah, I saw the picture of the Delica and I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that was part of your group.
Yeah, that was, he's our camping buddy. He was everywhere. He was really hesitant to take it on the salt, which I 100% understand.
Can I just say that I absolutely love the Space Tractor, and I really want one of my own?
I should send you some photos of his. He has a full camper conversion inside of it. It's done right. Snorkel. It's no engine mods yet, but he's getting a different blow-off spring or wastegate spring to hopefully make it a little bit more power. It doesn't like doing 75.
I want one of those, and I want a VW Vanagon, one of the old square ones.
We're actually going to have one of those in our group. Andrew Jolly, who is probably listening right now, he'll probably put in the comments. He actually has one as well too.
Oh, sick!
He's going to be bringing into our group shortly. I have one other bit that I have vaguely sinned in the car world, and I am very upset with myself for it. I've been messaging this girl, and I've been trying to figure out what kind of car she drives. Because there's a car, you want to know like what cars they drive and stuff like that. And she sent me a photo of her dash responding to something, and I didn't look at what it was. I'd clicked through it before I had figured out what car it was, and I messed up. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, but no, I mean just me being weird. Okay.
Anyway, so
No, I thought it was a common shared thing where you're talking to somebody, like be like, oh, I want to figure out what kind of car you're doing, so you don't want to ask, but
I will admit I do that in like movies where like we'll be watching something completely car related, and I'll be like, oh, did you see that Saab in that background shot?
yeah, I think every car guy does that.
Yes, no, I am guilty of that as well. Do you have anything exciting that you've done over the last week, AJ?
Nope.
Really?
Just living and driving an Impala. That's about it.
Oh, the Impala.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't say I've had anything too exciting over the last week. Just family stuff, getting ready for Christmas, and that, kind of leads into what we're going to talk about tonight of what if you were given a vehicle by somebody that you could not sell. Like, would you accept that gift? Like, let's say you have no choice over what the vehicle is. It could be the crappiest thing ever, the Nissan Versa with a CVT and like 200,000 miles, and it hasn't had an oil change in 50,000 miles and all that. Would I'm sorry, that wouldn't have happened. It would have been long gone by now. Would you be willing to accept a free vehicle given that you have no, let's say it's a surprise. You're like, hey, Uncle Joey had a vehicle. I know nothing about it. He wanted to give it to you. Would you accept it? And you can't sell it. So, AJ, I'll let you go first.
Well, I guess this necessarily wasn't the recipient because I actually told them that I had interest in it, but I did receive a sort of free vehicle, as it were, and ended up working out really well for me. I don't know how I would feel about a random family member offering me a vehicle, to be completely honest with you, because I don't know that it would be better. I can't guarantee it would be better than the Impala, and I don't want to take that far of a step backwards. So, given the choice, I think I would have to turn that down, especially because you wouldn't be able to put it towards anything or sell it or trade it or do anything with it. So you would either wind up with something really good and win the lottery, or you would get a paperweight, and I can do without the paperweight.
Yeah, I understand that. Andrew Jolly says, sounds like a Gambler 500 car to me. So yes. So he
That's
has.
a valid point.
Yeah. What about you, Zach?
So I've also been given a car, like just randomly. I was called by my mom's boyfriend saying, "Hey, you should come down to the house." And so I drove over there, and he's like, "Well, how much money do you got in your pocket?" And I was like, "I have a penny and a quarter." And he goes, "Okay, it's yours." And he gave me his Jeep, and I think it was an '04 because it was the newest car I've ever owned. I think it was an '04 Jeep Grand Cherokee that had like a front axle or a front diff failing, and the trans was kind of going. And
Did it have the 4.0?
you did the 4.0, yeah.
You got that for 26 cents?
So you kept it, right?
We'll get back to that in a second, but it was it definitely had issues. Like and it was 260,000 miles, engine leaked from every orifice. Andrew's been inside the car.
Surprising for a 4.0.
Yeah. And I ended up trading it, and I made a very bad deal on the trade and lost a lot on it. But
how do you lose on a trade on a car that you got for 26 cents?
I traded Dave
for
the Mustang.
Oh,
Saw that coming.
I forgot that was the trade. The 4-cylinder Mustang.
I really wanted a convertible. Actually, Andrew was there as well when I got the Mustang.
Why would you want a convertible that bad?
It was an automatic too, right?
It was an automatic 4-cylinder Mustang that had
a Fox body 4-cylinder Mustang. Yeah. We're not talking about the nice new EcoBoost ones. No, this is like a punishing 4-cylinder that made probably less than 100 horsepower.
I think the plan was, I think Dave talked me into it because he had the parts to do either a manual swap or a 5.0 swap on it, and we were going to do that. And so I was like, okay, well, free car for a convertible, but then I also want to put power behind it. Like, it might be, I don't know what I was smoking. I regret it now. Something
that turned you into a blonde college girl for a weekend?
I actually had a lot of fun with that car. Like, I went snow drifting in it. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Wasn't like the top cut too, or something?
The top was fucked. Me and Andrew replaced it. We need to do an episode with me and Andrew because we got stories we could tell for days. But we replaced the top on it, and I ended up selling it. I actually made decent profit. I sold the car for I think $950 that I sold it for, and the Jeep was probably worth about that, $1,000 to $1,200 maybe.
How much did you put into the Mustang?
The top was $300. I think that's all I put in the car. Oh, it might have gotten a new alternator, but that was like $80. I think that was it. Oh, and then I gave Dave $20 for new window regulators. So like not that much.
Okay, so you came out ahead.
I did. And... So this is not moving back to the question at hand. That was actually a pretty good deal. But thinking about the people in my family and what cars would be up for grabs, nothing in there is really that great. Like, I don't know. My grandparents have a Buick Regal, not a GS, which is sad. They were going to buy one, but ended up not getting one. What else do they have? What else out there? Like, I'm with AJ. I would be very concerned with what hunk of shit I would get, but I would probably say yes though, because like Andrew said, Gambler 500, and like I would hope that people who get this car wouldn't think I was going to take care of it. So hopefully I would be able to just beat the shit out because nothing's better than a beater car.
Yes, it's right up there with a rental car on what you can do with it.
Drive it like you stole it.
Yeah. No, I think I would be all in on this. I think I would, whatever the car is, doesn't matter. I'll take it. I am the type of person that can usually find something good out of any vehicle, something that I like about it. but I think that it would obviously come with some reservations on what I might do with it. I mean, you do have to factor in, you're going to have to now insure this. You're going to have to pay maybe taxes on it. I mean, it's free, but
You still have to pay gift tax if you want to register it.
there you go. So it's one of those things where it's like, I would think about it, but I'd take it. I mean, I'd run it into the ground, and no matter what it was, and I could find some use for it. It could be the beater car or something. You go take off some jumps or
take off some sweet jumps.
Yeah. Build some wood ramps in the middle of the street, like you do with a BMX, and make sure the neighborhood knows you're there.
I'm just seeing Trent trying to drive like a Lincoln Town car over some like cinder block and 2x4 jumps in his neighborhood.
Oh, I'm in. I'll do it.
You could play the fun how much nitrous is too much nitrous game.
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
There you go.
That's a fun game.
So, Trent, I had a proposition here. What if we were to give each other cars?
This is a proposition. Taylor from Low State just said, just got here. What's the question? So first we were discussing, if you were given a vehicle for free from like a family member, would you accept it, not knowing nothing about the car? So you're going to have to now pay for this for insurance and registration and things like that, but you have no idea what it is. And so we kind of discussed that, but now Zach has proposed what if we were to give each other vehicles? What would we give each other?
Yeah, I think what we would do is like the position I had thinking of, I don't know if we want to go with it or not, was like you get 2 cars. I'm going to give you 2 cars, Trent, a daily and a race car. And you have to daily it, and you have to race the other one. You can't sell either of them.
Oh, geez.
But I also don't want to go first because I don't have anything planned right now.
Zach, I'm going to have you go first.
Fuck you. Okay.
Since we're doing 2 cars per person, do you want to like draw straws to see who gets which person? That way we're not.
I think I would give, unless if you guys disagree, I'd give Trent his cars and you your cars, and then you would do mine. You do Trent.
Okay, so 2 cars for. Yeah,
I'm balling, and I'm buying 4 cars.
Hey, I mean,
super generous.
You won the Tennessee lottery. Fucking go for it.
Yeah. Okay, AJ, so, I'm going to start with you.
I was going to say, is there a price limit on this, or is this the sky's the limit? I mean, you're kind of a jerk, so you're probably going to give me something that's $500 anyway. But
I'm not buying you any Ferraris. Like I'm a modest man. I won the lottery, but like I gotta keep that shit for myself. But
I like the idea of putting a price restraint on it.
Oh, I'm not
because that makes it interesting.
I'm not going to be anywhere near a price restriction with what I'm like. I don't know. Let's say $2,000 maybe.
I was gonna be a bit more generous than that.
Yeah, I mean.
You say a number. I'm down with whatever.
So, like, we'll say nothing new over 30 grand and nothing used over 10.
Jesus.
Well, see, now I'm gonna have to do some research if we stick too firm of a price limit on there.
Okay, fair enough.
Anything south of 30, like new, used, whatever, I think we can all fit something pretty nicely in each other's stockings for that.
I mean, because it's really easy to be like, oh yeah, you're gonna get a Koenigsegg and you're gonna get a Zonda and you're gonna get a.
I'm sorry.
That's where I was thinking. It's like I wanted to put a price limit initially, and then I'm like, Zach's just a dick. He's not gonna. Yeah.
Well, so I'm gonna start with AJ, and I feel like I'm gonna start by being a dick, but I thought it was super generous. I want to get you a Saab 900 Turbo.
I love it. Excellent. I'm already happy with it.
That will be your daily.
Okay.
And I'll get you a clean one. I'll make sure like everything that's there. Maybe some mechanical issues because it's a Saab, but interior will be clean. Exterior will be clean. It'll be nice. Not museum quality, but it'll be good.
I mean, I'll take it.
And then for your race car, I don't know what prices for like these are. I've seen them from like $500. I could assume they're pretty cheap too. I would like you to race a Brickland SV1.
I have to look that up. I don't even know what the hell that is.
You will have to, yeah.
It is, yeah. It's an interesting vehicle. I've seen one in person before in Utah.
Oh, I haven't.
Quinn SV1. The fuck is this?
It has a V8 though in it. It's a small
It's
one,
what-
right?
It's a Datsun 240 mated with a Fiero.
With gull wings.
Okay, so it's
I'll
Like-
show the class.
SV stands for safety vehicle, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes.
okay, so like a DeLorean and an
Actually,
S20 had like
I think those are DeLorean wheels, though. I don't know if you can see it.
had like a bastard child like on one crazy night in Vegas.
And
So-
it left Vegas, unfortunately.
Yeah. What happened in Vegas did not stay in Vegas.
So it's it either came with a Windsor or the AMC V8, which I actually don't know which one I'd want.
I'd much rather have the Windsor. Easily.
Uh,
You can do a blow through turbo and make like bonkers power.
you have an option between a 3-speed torque command automatic or a 4-speed BorgWarner T10.
I'll take the 4-speed.
Yeah, I think that's the
4-speed with the Windsor?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically a Ford Galaxy but not as pretty.
No, you don't get. No, never mind. You do not get with the manual. You no longer get the Windsor. You have to do the AMC.
What? That's gay. All right, fine. I'll take it.
Okay. So AMC V8 with a BorgWarner T10.
No. I'll suffer the automatic and take the Windsor. I'm not taking the AMC. That's not happening.
No, so if you go with the Windsor, you get a 3-speed FMX automatic.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
Keeping the Windsor.
Okay. I would have gone the other direction, but that is your decision. Also, this is my present to you, but I grant you your wish. You get your request. I scoured Craigslist all across the country and found you the exact model you want.
AJ,
I
take
appreciate
the
it.
gift, all right?
Is there a color
Jeez.
you want to?
I mean, I already said that I wouldn't, so.
Okay. Oh fuck! What am I going to get, Trent? Trent, because I hate you.
Naturally.
I'm giving you Rhonda.
Oh, I'll take Rhonda.
Well, I thought Rhonda had a bunch of fucking problems. Which car had a bunch of problems?
Well,
the
Rhonda had its problems, but
was the GTA that had problems?
well, it's a VW product, so of course it had problems.
Okay.
Why are you giving me Mike's cars?
Well, Mike doesn't have his car anymore. I found it. I scoured the ether to find you Rhonda. If Mike was here, he would receive more Rhonda.
I'm down. Burgundy on Burgundy manual. Yeah. Oh dang, Andrew, that's low.
That was close on my list.
That is below the belt.
It runs now, at least. I mean, it's leaking coolant, but
you haven't
that's
sent me a video of it running?
no. I've sent other people video of it running though.
I mean, running is running.
Fuck you, Trent.
I'm sorry, I did not know that was that important to you.
We've talked about it for like every week now about like this. Okay, fine.
Sorry.
And because you didn't give me a video of the Viper running, I'm now giving you a broken Viper for your race car.
Hold on. Find the video and send it to you real quick, so you not such a jerk.
Okay, I will think of a better race car for you.
Well, yeah, let's get me a vehicle that I can actually race and that, at least once. I'm looking.
AJ, what's a car that has like a horrible automatic transmission? Fucking
Nissan.
Oh, you know what?
Nissan CVT.
I don't think I actually have a video of it. I think I did FaceTime with
You didn't FaceTime me.
I didn't. Well, don't you have an Android?
Messenger has video call.
Okay. You know what? I might have actually done that because I can't FaceTime Chirp, and I think I think Chirp and I.
You called Chirp before me. You and I
Chirp
talked
is
about
a
it.
Viper guy, dude. Like
So am I. You and I have talked about it every single week since.
Chirp has owned a Viper. All right, there's a difference there.
Fair enough, but we have talked about it since the day you started working on it. every week we've talked about it.
I
I'm
don't
invested.
think so.
I'm emotionally invested in the Viper.
Yeah. Anyway,
I
it is still apart, Andrew. Like the hood is resting on the trunk right now, and one of the wheels is off, and the airbox isn't on. I mean, everything else is put together, but the airbox up front is not. So it's kind of put together, but not.
I'm gonna go a little out of the price range here, just a little bit, but I think I went a little under on Rhonda. I'm going to give you an automatic DeLorean to race.
Oh, jeez. An automatic DeLorean. I mean, I am a fan of the gull-wing doors, like I
I've
am.
driven 2 gull-wing doors, so am I.
But that's like the worst gull-wing door vehicle, especially with that standard automatic.
Yeah, it's bad. And it's gonna be one of those things where everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, Trent, you want a DeLorean? Oh, it's an auto," and then all interest lost. Like you're gonna have the hottest shit at the car show, but only for 3 seconds.
Yeah, and you're gonna get me one of those ones that people like painted afterwards too, because they didn't like the stainless look.
It's gonna be like flat black or something stupid.
Rattle can black.
But it's peeling, so you can see the stainless underneath.
I feel bad, but you have to race it though.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be the slowest car, no matter what it is. But
I mean, unless you race it in Spec DeLorean.
so then I will win by default.
First place to the only entrance. I think those are fair presents. I'm happy that AJ is now getting a Saab. I feel bad that Mike wasn't here to receive Rhonda, but I think it's still going to go to a worthy home.
All right. You know what? I've actually thought a lot about what I would give Mike. So I'm gonna let AJ go, but there we go. Andrew says it perfectly. It's good that Zach's going first, he set the bar, so we know how awful to go towards, right back towards him.
Yes.
But for whatever reason, Mike Chandler, to me, the most hilarious version of him driving a vehicle is a Rolls-Royce Corniche, and he has to be wearing a sombrero. Like, it's just one of those things that I've had in my head for like years. So it's like, if I ever did win the lottery, it's like, Mike, you're getting a Rolls-Royce Corniche and you have to drive it, and end of discussion. I'll pay for all the maintenance, whatever. That's what it is. That's what goes on in Trent's head. And so,
I like that mental image.
I love it. I love it.
You know the funny thing is too is Mike would probably rock the hell out of that.
he has turned me down on that. Like, I've mentioned
Really?
it to him. He's like, I don't want that. Like,
You can buy it for me.
Rolls-Royce Corniche, like, be sick. But yeah.
Oh hell yeah! And then him in a sombrero, I love it.
I mean, he would rock the sombrero. Like,
Oh,
he would.
absolutely. Just mobbing down the street in his Corniche.
Yeah.
I like it.
So as an aside, if anybody watching can think of a better vehicle to give Mike, go ahead and throw it in the comments. While AJ, I'm going to let you gift your vehicles.
I feel like I kind of copped out on this one. A little bit, but I also kind of went a little bit generous. So Trent, I would find you. Here's the kind of. Oh, actually no. I'm debating on whether or not I want to actually do the flip flop or not, and give you the race car for the daily and the daily for the race car.
I'm in. I don't care.
Okay, so I will find you an ACR Viper that runs for your daily.
This is a little out of the budget, but I'm okay with this.
I'm being generous, and I will get you a. It'll be exactly like your current Ram, except it'll have a Cummins in it, so you'll have a man's Ram. and you can race that.
You're gonna race the Ram?
Uh-huh.
We didn't specify what kind of racing though, so you could build a drag car out of it. Or
No,
something?
I want to see you do drifties like whoever had that Ram dually. Just
Oh, dude, that was sick. I love seeing
sending
that
it.
dually. Like,
straight
oh,
sending
man.
it.
That was Chair Slayer, right?
Was that Chair Slayer?
I think it was
No idea.
Chair Slayer. Yeah,
I mean, this was an old video. Like, this is
Yeah, it's a pretty old video.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I think Chair Slayer drifted his like gray or black one out at UMC one time.
That might have been it.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway,
It's a sick video though. Anyway, I want to see you race a Ram Cummins and daily an ACR Viper.
I'm in on this. Like, straight up, I would daily an ACR Viper, no problem. My wife's just gonna have to pick up the kids. That's just what it's gonna have to be. But
Sacrifices. It's fine.
I mean, they're still young, right? You put two in the wheel well, you have one sitting on top of the other in the passenger seat, and then you throw one in the trunk. You're done.
I've only got 3, so
Oh, okay, great. I thought you had more than that. Maybe I'm seeing multiple videos of the same kids. Yeah, so put one in the footwell, have one sit on top of the other so they're the right height in the passenger seat, and then you're done.
I love it.
okay. If it makes you feel any better, AJ, about the whole Ram comment, first of all, my options when I bought that Ram were manual crank windows with a diesel, or heated and ventilated seats. He had steering wheel, parking sensors, front and rear, CarPlay, you know, all the things I wanted. The color match bumpers, which is something I really wanted. I don't want all the chrome and crap like that. Those were my options.
Yeah, you're
I chose the gas motor.
I mean, I don't fault you for that.
But literally across the street, there is somebody who just bought a month or two ago a new Ram, off-white like mine, Laramie Longhorn, with, it's all color matched again, but it's got that brown interior that I love. It's a Cummins, it's a mega cab.
Ooh.
I'm like, and then they immediately after buying it put a leveling kit, some bronze wheels, some nice tires on there. I'm like, it's my dream truck right there. Like, thank you.
So a real quick aside, since we're on the subject of Rams and I'm a Mohar guy, before we get to Zach, you'll like one of your presents.
Yay!
I don't know if you'll like the second one, but you'll like one of your presents. I actually saw one of these a couple of months ago. So it was probably I think a 2018 or 2019. It was a 3500 single rear axle, not a dually. It had the Cummins. It had the full blackout kit or blackout package. So like the black grille, the black color matched bumpers and everything. And it was the crew cab, but with the extended bed, the 8-foot bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then it had like a 2-inch lift on some black method racing wheels with some like huge super swamper tires. And I couldn't stop drooling. Like that is, calm down. But yeah, I would love to make one of those into like an overland truck.
Yes, that is what I would
sick.
love to do. I would love to turn my truck eventually into an AEV prospector, and put some nice 40s on there and go do some overlanding adventures. Yes, that
I dig it.
because now I don't need the truck as much as I used to. Like, I mean, I towed the dump trailer last week, but it'd been a couple of months since I'd done that, so. Yeah, I'm in. So thank you for the choices. I will race the Ram and I will daily the Viper. So,
all right, and for Zach, I'm gonna get you, since you complained about your Toyota last episode and how difficult it is for you to drive in the snow and and all of that fun stuff. I'm gonna get you a new Tundra in the same color.
Okay.
So that you have a nice decent example of a Toyota. And then you're gonna get And then you're getting a stick shift DeLorean that you can race with Trent in Spec DeLorean.
Yeah.
Come on, you gotta give him the stick.
I like how both our budgets are just together. A new Tundra is what, $50,000, $60,000?
You'd be surprised what you can get one for. My parents bought a SR5, so not the SR, which is like the the black grill and
And
steel wheels.
It's no platinum edition either.
Yeah, no, it's pretty basic. I mean, everything's power, but they bought theirs brand new 2018 for 33.
That's not bad at all.
No.
I would want a cool color. Like I like white. I see those. I see Tundras in some of the new Tacoma colors, like that blue, and I saw a Tundra in that like sand color recently.
But everybody's got that sand color now. Like
the
nobody
Tundra.
had it. Even on the Tundras, like I see them everywhere. Tacos and Tundras, everybody's got that sand color.
I love the cement gray from Toyota, but they're everywhere now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The one I saw, the first one I ever saw was the sand colored Tundra. I've never seen them that color before, but I thought it was cool.
So there was on the freeway, probably a couple weeks ago, there was a blue, that kind of like gunmetal blue. It's like that grayish blue Tacoma with gold wheels on it, like kind of like deep bronze gold wheels, and the color match was just amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like Subarus with gold wheels. Like it just works.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It shouldn't, but it does.
For sure.
Well, I'm excited to take first place in every DeLorean race. I'll have a close second.
I'll beat you with skill. Don't worry.
You beat me with skill.
And you know what? I've been given this DeLorean for free. Bumper cars are in play.
Let's go bumper cars DeLorean.
It's just touring car rules.
Yeah, I have no problem with the pit maneuver.
Yeah,
like,
let's do it.
Yeah. That's assuming that I'm ever behind you, which is not going to happen. So, anyway.
I think we're talking about needing to go do a go-kart day.
Oh, dude,
Me and K1.
We're getting kicked out of a go-kart day.
They don't like it when you visibly put the money on the table and be like, $50 right here. We're taking this race. Like, no.
They also don't like you pit maneuvering people into the wall, but.
Well, I still know the manager over at K1. If we go during an off time, I think we could have some fun.
Just slip them a 20 and be like, hey, just turn the cameras off, lock the door behind you, come back in an hour, you'll be fine.
They'll be fully charged, ready to go for the next race. We got some stuff to work out right now.
Why is there so much smoke in here? Oh, yeah, we swapped out the motors.
Oh, you guys can come up and do it here. We got gas tracks up here, or gas carts up this way.
I've not been to Grid. Have you been to Grid? Are those electric or are they?
No, they're gas. The electric ones are fun though. They're torquey, but
you don't get the fumes. You don't get the sound.
Nice. If you're not getting high while go karting, is it worth go karting?
Oh, okay. So AJ was very generous and gave me a Viper ACR to daily drive and a Ram diesel to race. And then
generous. I gave you like a part of your history.
Did you?
I think so.
I was just so excited with what AJ gave me. I don't even remember what you gave me to daily. Rhonda, that's right. Yes, Rhonda. Yes. I don't know if I even sat in Rhonda before. But
well, my present was shit then. I'm sorry.
Well, I like Rhonda. I'll daily Rhonda from Zach and then race an automatic DeLorean.
If
and
you
then
give AJ a DeLorean to race, I'm going to be pissed.
And then AJ gave Zach the I just lost it now. Tundra. Yes. New Tundra for him to daily. And then racing a manual DeLorean against me in Spec DeLorean.
So all I want to say is that if any one of us actually does win the lottery, I'm expecting these presents. like, I'm holding you guys to it.
AJ, you might have gone a little expensive there.
I will ship out my cars to you guys or to you, AJ. I'll find you a Brickland. I'll find you a 90 or a 75 Brickland that has the Windsor and the 3-speed.
And then, sorry, go ahead.
As I say, seeing as I'm the only one who lives in a state with a lottery, I think I'm kind of screwed on this deal.
Go to Wyoming or Idaho to fucking buy tickets.
We're not that far away.
I can walk to the gas station down the street and buy a lottery ticket. So,
well, aren't you bougie?
Well, why aren't you? Why am I not Venmoing you right now?
I mean, I got a mailbox and some stamps. I'll feed that addiction for you. I'll enable you.
Thank you. I prefer the scratchers personally.
Okay.
No. And then
Crack
Zach,
and sniff, right?
Yeah. Yes. And then Zach, you gave AJ a Saab 900 Turbo. And what was the other vehicle?
Fuck, what was it?
You gave me the Brickland.
The Brickland, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Brickland.
SV1.
Just said that, yeah, with the Windsor, yeah.
The DeLorean that isn't a DeLorean that mated with a 240.
Okay, we could just go and do the Gullwing Racing Series, and the Brickland would probably win with the Windsor.
Probably because it would be the last one running.
And it also, I think it weighs the least because the DeLoreans are heavy as fuck, and I think the Bricklands are mostly fiberglass.
Yeah, the heaviest part of that's the freaking boat anchor in the front. Or is it in the back? I wasn't paying attention.
It's in the back, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a mid-engine.
Yeah, let me look that up because I actually don't know.
Nice.
I gifted it to you.
All right, so AJ, you were very generous to me, so I feel like I should return the favor. I think I'm going to have you daily a Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye wide body.
Yes. I don't even care what the second car is. I want that. I'll daily and race it, and I'll sleep in it at night in the driveway.
And because apparently we're going with a Gullwing theme here.
What else is there?
What was that?
What else is there that's cheap? I'm trying to think. Cheap Gullwings.
Well, I mean, cheap is relative here when he gave me a Viper ACR, which is north of $100,000. So
I just like the idea of gifting you a running Viper.
Thank you.
Because then you can drive the running Viper and be like, "Oh, this was gifted to me," and then look at your own Viper that you put blood, sweat, and tears into, and be like, "Ah."
You disappoint.
It took someone else giving it to me in order for me to have it.
So yeah, for the race series of Gullwing doors, because Zach is a dick, I'm gonna make sure to put the odds in your favor, and I think the cheapest Gullwing I can find right now, similar in the price range to this Viper, would be a Mercedes SLS AMG.
Yes. All right.
I just got fucked by this.
Hey.
It's what you get for going first.
I didn't want to go first.
Yeah, but he who says they don't want to go first has to go first. That's the rules.
That's the rules of first.
It's like
if you'd have just stayed quiet like me, you would have gone second and been fine.
Yeah.
See, I set that up.
And
See,
his
all right?
loyalty is being rewarded now for being nice.
I set that up because I was generous to you guys. No, I get generosity in return because I'm a manipulative asshole like that.
Well, I look forward to what bullshit Trent's going to give me. But on that same note, Brickland is front engine.
Oh, okay. That's in an odd twist of events.
Yeah. It is rear drive, of course, but it is front engine.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, it's basically a Galaxy that looks funny. with a shorter wheelbase.
Yeah, yeah.
So, for Zach, now it gets to come back to you.
Full circle.
Ooh, karma.
I think I'm going to gift you history here. with
You say it's a four-cylinder automatic.
a 4-cylinder automatic Fox Body Mustang
Fuck you.
convertible
Fuck you.
with a torque top.
Oh.
That will now be your daily.
I already dailied one. You know how every car guy's like, oh, I sold it and now I miss it. I don't miss that one. That one should be gone.
You will miss it after the one I give you.
Like, can I at least like a nitrous bottle in it or something?
Andrew always says, I think Zach deserves a rod knocking Jeep to daily.
Oh fuck! I did that one too.
And give him that one as the race car.
For your race car, you get You know what? I'm actually going to be nice on this one. Probably the cheapest gull-wing door vehicle you can get, and it is a Toyota product.
Oh,
The Toyota Serra.
yeah.
Yes, which is basically a Tercel with gull-wing doors for
So
the JDM market.
I already have it pictured in my head, which is
You're probably going to win out of the gull-wing doors, except for AJ's SLS AMG. So,
but I'm sitting here going, I'm rolling up the track in the raggedy fucking Fox body and
towing the gull-wing Toyota Serra behind you.
in the Mustang. Who's that asshole? Oh, that's just Zach. He has really bad friends. Oh.
No. We are good friends, obviously, if you treat us well. But because you didn't,
I get fucked in the end.
Hang on, I'm looking. I've never seen one of these before. I'm looking at this thing.
Oh, they're cool looking.
They're
tiny. I don't think I'd fit in one though.
interesting looking.
yeah. I mean, I don't think they're bad.
Well, Trent, I don't think you realize. I don't think I'll fit in one.
Well, that makes it even better. Maybe I should have you daily that then.
I don't think I'll. I know I won't fit in the AutoZam, but I might. I don't know.
So, Zach, you'll fit. Just take the driver's seat out and sit in the rear seat, and then you'll fit.
I love it. I love it so much.
So it's in the spirit of giving this holiday season, and the fact that we've got just a tiny bit of time to kill. I already said mine. What would you guys both gift Dear Leader? I guess I only did a daily. I'll get to the race car, but you guys, what would you give to Dear Leader? Or I guess that's his old nickname, Mike.
I love that man. That man to death. He's getting a C5 or a C6 Corvette. I'll give it up to him. He's wanted one forever. Him and I have talked about it a lot. He really wants one, and I will gift him that for a daily, for a race car. Ford Taurus. He has to join the Ford Taurus racing club.
After you just said you would be nice to him and you love him and all this, you're giving him a Taurus
car. Because I would go join him in a Ford Taurus. Would you, Trent? Would you support your leader in his racing endeavors and go buy a $300 Ford Taurus?
I don't think he would accept it.
Well, he's looking at a fucking gift horse in the mouth then, ungrateful asshole. I'm going to show him the Corvette first. If he says, no, I'm taking the Corvette back, and I'm going to daily it.
Text Mike Chandler. If you were gifted a $300 Ford Taurus and you had to race it, comma, would you accept it? Question mark.
Text Michael Chandler.
I got mine off first. And important question here, Andrew Jolly, he's doing the investigative work, SHO or standard.
If you were,
that's what I want to know.
A C6
He did say $300, so I'm assuming not the SHO. I mean, you can get an SHO in bad shape for under $1,000, but at $300, you're not getting an SHO. So I think that answers it. It's a standard car.
Yeah.
Zach hates Mike.
It's not going to be legible. It's not going to be legible. I said, do yourself a favor. Don't check your messages.
And we're going to get a response in like 4 hours. We're like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Guess you'll have to watch the podcast to understand.
Are you calling him?
We're trying to FaceTime. You get my daughter's drawing in the reflection,
Oh,
though.
that's cute.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Mike.
Come on, Mike.
Let me down. Do you like my emoji form? Mike Chandler, angry face.
That tracks.
One time he laughed at, another time he got pissed at me for it. Well, it kind of lives up to that.
I mean, a bit. That kind of proves your point.
All right, that didn't work. Okay, so
I love that you called him so you could do my argument. You do your argument first, even though I would be still giving him a C5 or a C6 Corvette.
well, I'm not trying to provide context. I'm trying to get my answer.
What context is part of the answer?
I didn't know you were a politician.
It's back to that joke again. You've measured the results and now they're different.
So, AJ, what are you going to give Mike?
Oh my gosh. So I think I'm going to be a little bit more generous as far as the vehicle and less about the value. For a daily, I actually have a friend of mine up in Michigan who bought a Mark III Supra out in Hawaii and did a it's a 1JZ lower with 2JZ heads, and then a huge single turbo on it. It's got water meth injection. It's super clean. I think he dynoed it at something like a little over 500 of the wheels, last I heard. So I'll buy that from him because he's trying to get rid of it, and I'll give that to Mike daily. And then to race, I'm just going to give him the monetary equivalent to make the mini minivan into a race car.
Oh,
I'd actually thought of something like that, and that actually plays into my answer a little bit. And so I already mentioned I'm getting him a Rolls-Royce Corniche as a daily, and he's wearing a sombrero, top down all the time. That's just how it's got to go. But as a race vehicle, I am going to get him his own Ford Supervan. You're going to get him a Transit with an EcoBoost.
with the Brazzers logo on the side?
With what?
The Brazzers logo?
No. He can do that himself.
You have to make it like his Forza car though, and put it on turbofans.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So I think he will be well pleased with that. You can even get a factory all-wheel drive one now. So like,
nice.
he could make it a rally vehicle if you wanted to. I think Deer Leader's gonna like that one, and then he's gonna hate your $300 Taurus. But you know,
He's still getting a C5 or C6 Corvette. What is being missed here? He's clearly not going to daily the Corniche.
oh, dude,
Zach's over there like, I'm giving you a steaming pile of dog shit, but look, it's in this golden goblet.
Here's the golden chalice of dog shit.
Yeah, but look, the cup. The cup is so nice.
Stop crying.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
I was saying boo earns. Somebody's got to get that.
I got that.
Good, because that's my license plate. So
I feel bad that I didn't get that.
it's a Simpsons reference.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Andrew has a question. What car would you give each other that they would hate the most? I think I already did that with Zach. I think I gave him the car he would hate the most was the Mustang.
I almost think we should save that for another time. Like that might be a good topic for later. I don't know what you think, Trent. That's okay.
No, we can do that.
Oh, bye, Trent. I don't think he left. He's on the. Oh, hey, what happened? Hey, were you mad at me?
Oh, so I've got a magic mouse, right? Well, apparently, if you swipe on the magic mouse, it just kicks you out. So
the magic mouse isn't so magic.
What kind of shit?
Magic. It's just so magic that
I switched.
It's the wrong kind of magic.
I switched.
I have a touchpad.
I mean, I like it because it's it's dark, and then it matches my dark keyboard,
That's nice. I don't have that yet.
which matches my dark Mac Mini, which matches my dark microphone, and then I've got a silver monitor. I don't know, I messed up there, but anyway. Andrew says, "Do it," followed by "Do it."
Oh, I think he wants us to talk about the cars that we would give each other that we would hate.
I have things I need to go do.
My mouse, by the way.
It's glowy.
My nice RGB Corsair.
Ooh, RGB.
Yeah, boy.
Next time, sorry, I'm having a Zach moment. Andrew Joey says.
Oh, we didn't even take any pot shots exact this episode.
Oh, we did pre-roll.
Yeah.
We did pre-roll.
Yeah.
But I mean, it didn't happen in the episode, so it didn't actually. Did it actually happen?
Good point.
Yeah, what happens in the green room stays in the green room.
All right, I'll make sure to record next time.
Just don't bring a black light.
No. Bad idea. All right. Well, I guess that'll be a wrap then. I don't think anybody wins on this one because the only thing we know is Zach loses because he went first. So
I always lose.
we all win and we all lose in our own way.
it's true. If you think the deer leader should also be driving a Rolls-Royce Corniche, I will start a GoFundMe and
With sombrero.
with sombrero. That is an important aspect of it. Can you just imagine him cruising around like top down in a Rolls-Royce with a sombrero?
What you need to do is have like a sombrero like embroidered into the convertible top. So that way when the convertible top comes over, this sombrero just drops onto his head. Ready to roll.
I want him to own a Corniche so badly. God.
Yeah, like a 80s Corniche. Like I think that suits him well.
I want this so bad.
Yes. So another way you can help make a Corniche for Mike happen is by supporting this podcast and by listening to it on the audio formats and by liking, subscribing, rating, reviewing, all those wonderful things that we need to get this out to more audience. Because for whatever reason, the old podcast, they didn't come over to this podcast. So we need you to get the word back out that Cam is back. We have a arguably better format now.
Arguably, wow, that's a good pun.
I didn't even mean to be so punny.
No pun intended.
Yes. So thank you for all that are watching it and liking it and rating it and reviewing it and all that. I just lost it. I can think of his Instagram name, El Jefe302. Drives that Mustang Laguna Seca. Alex Crane. There we go. He was the first one to review. So thank you to him. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said something like along the lines of, you need to stick this in your vagina ear holes. So that was our first review. I think we can do better.
This time on CSI SVU.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's not CNI. Law and Order SVU. That's what it is.
There you go.
Wolf.
Or
Terrific.
if anybody remembers a callback to an early 90s SNL episode that for some reason is emblazoned in my mind with Christopher Walken, The Art of Shinshi, which is making love to the ear. So
That one.
I probably need to go dig that up because I'm an avid SNL fan.
yeah,
Anything with Christopher Walken is amazing on SNL.
it was enjoyable. So
A lot of SNL actors were really good on SNL and then left SNL and became garbage, like Will Ferrell, for example.
Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig. Jim Brewer. Well, actually, no, he's a good comedian. He just wasn't that great in Half Baked. Let me think. Who else?
Well, while you're thinking of that, make sure to share this podcast so that they can experience the art of Shinshi and the oral pleasure of Zach's voice and my voice and AJ's voice coming together in your headphones. Please like, rate, subscribe, review, all that fun stuff. And thank you for all those that do listen.
Let the auditory lovemaking happen.
They'll harmonize.
AJ was a little late on that. But thank you all for listening. Appreciate it. I'm sorry to Mike for bombarding him all at the same time. I will let him know that the chaos is over and he can join us once again, hopefully next week. So for this episode number 6 of Cam Shenanigans, I have been Trent.
I've been Zach.
And I've been AJ.
That's it. Is this how we end it?
Did we do it?
I
I don't know,
so.
Mike usually ends these things. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
How do we stop?
No,